What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about passing form data from the front end to the back end, and we're also going to be talking about socket.io rooms. And I wanted to say thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your busy day to actually watch these videos and maybe learn something from it. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's start things off with grabbing data from the form, or when we pass it in. So in the last video, let me just start up my server here, node.js server. In the last video, we actually created a form where people could actually put a display name and give a room name. When you join, you get the data up here. So we gotta pass this data to the back end now, and we could do that several ways, but I'm just going to do it with regex, regular expressions. So the way we could get this right here, since this is a window variable, we could actually get it from window dot location, and location is a window variable which gives you an object back. And inside that object, we want to look for a search. This is going to give us the actual parameters in here, okay? And we could get rid of that question mark by actually just doing search dot substring 1, and it'll give us back our just a string of the parameters. Now, we do want to send this back, but I want to send it back as an object, so that way we don't have to do that much in the back end. So first of all, I'm just going to save this right here. I'm going to save it as var or let params equal, let param equals that. So when you type in params, you should get it back. Okay. And so we're going to be using regex. So the way you do it with regex, so first of all, we're gonna just do decode URI, the params, and this is just to get any of those ASCII characters away and actually transform it to the actual character, so we don't have to worry about the ASCII characters. %20 is a space. We want to get rid of that %20 and replace that with a space, and decode URI helps us do that. So we're going to just decode it first of all, and then we're going to tack on dot replace and we're going to replace, we need to get rid of these equal signs, this and this plus. Okay, so we're going to replace / first of all, we're going to replace the ampersand, or the and. We're going to replace that with, remember the G. And if you don't know regex, let me know down in the comment section if you actually want me to give you do a tutorial on regex. So now that we replaced and with commas, when you press enter, you get every and in there, which is just 1, and we're going to replace it with a comma. And we're going to keep on continuing this until we get the format that we want. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it, and we're going to replace the plus sign with a space, paste it again, and we're going to replace the colon. Wait, is there? No, the equal. Sorry. Equal to a colon. And now, oh wait, what's happening? Nothing to repeat. So I'm getting an error right here, somewhere around here. Let me get rid of this first of all. Okay, so it's in there. Oh yeah, we do need to do a backslash on that, because JavaScript is gonna take this as you're gonna concat something, but we're not, so we're just escaping that plus. Now when you press enter, we should get this. Okay. I'm just scroll it up a bit. Okay, now that we have this, we could actually just do JSON dot parse, and we're gonna just grab this again. I'm just copy it, parse it out, and this is gonna give us an object back, which we actually in the front we actually have to add the curly braces. So in parentheses, since this is a string. Sorry, let me be a little bit more clear. Oops. No. Decode URI. Okay. Since this is a string, remember it turns back a string. We're gonna just concat a string of curly braces into this. Just like so. So that way when we press enter, oh, well, hold on, and do it again. Let me just add this, press enter. Oh man, we're getting errors. Oh, I'm missing my curly brace right here. I don't know where that went. Did I press? Okay, there we go. We get our object. You see this right here? So make sure you do the single and then curly braces and then add the double quotes and then the single again, just like this. And do the same right here. Single, double quote, curly, and then single. You should get your object back. This is what we're going to be passing back. So let me just copy this. And back inside our chat.js, this is from our client. Inside of connect, so this is when they connect, we're gonna do it right here. So first, I'm just going to make a variable called params. It's gonna be set to what we created. And let me just view toggle soft wrap. So this is going to just, be the object that we just created, and we're gonna pass that object to the backend by emitting an event. So socket dot emit, and this one's actually a predefined. It's called join. Okay, it's not a custom one. This is one socket that socket.io already has. So join, and this is where we're gonna be creating our rooms. So params, we're gonna pass in params, the params that data. And we're also going to get the callback a function, no function name. And if there's an error, we're going to throw out the error. And right here, we're going to say if there's an error, we're going to do something else. So if there's an error, we're gonna alert. Now this error might be like we're gonna do some validation backend, but this error might be something along the lines of they left a input empty, so they left the name. Let me go back one. They left this empty or this empty. So if that's the case, then we're gonna throw it out an error and we're gonna alert them. We're going to alert. Sorry about that. We're going to alert input. I don't know. Input fields must be valid. Oops. And we're going to send them back to the home page, because once they emit this, they are going to go into the chat and then they're going to go back. So the way we actually make them go back is literally we're going to be using let me go back again, forward, inspect, console, window, dot location. So this object, the location object, actually has an href property, and this is what we're going to be using. We're going to override this, and we're going to override it to the home page. So we're going to do window dot location dot href, and we're gonna set that equal to the home page, which is just slash, just like so. And if there is an error, we're gonna just log that out. Error. Wait, sorry. No, we're not gonna log this out. We're not gonna do anything. Hold on. Yeah, we don't do anything. I was thinking about it, and we're gonna just count log. There is no error. No error. Although you don't have to put anything in here, I'm deciding to put something in here. So now that we have our chat.js set up, now we have, every time we create an emit event, we got to listen to it somewhere. That's going to be in our server. So inside of server, right below the broadcast, this is where we're going to be listening. Socket dot on, and we're going to be listening for a join, and we're going to get a some properties back. So we're going to get two properties. We're going to get the params that we just passed in, right? And we're going to also do a callback, because remember, we're doing a callback for that function. Now, like I said, we are going to do some validation for if it's a real string. When I say real string, that means that there's no spaces. Let me go back. So right now we could do Mike and then add some spaces, right? And then this guy is literally going to show up as Mike and then some spaces along here. But what if someone does spaces just like that? This is actually pretty valid, because spaces are characters, and it's not, the string is not going to be null or undefined. It's not. We got to check for that. So what we're going to do is go in here and actually create a method or a function that does that. So inside of utils, we're going to create a new file called is real string .js, and this is going to be super simple. So we're going to do let is real string. We're going to set that equal to, we are going to pass in a string. So string is going to be a function. Oops, this is an equal. All right, so we're going to return. So we got to check if the actual type is a string. So type of str, if that's actually equal to a string. And we're also going to be checking for those leading and trailing white spaces. That's what it's called. So what I'm talking about is this. Oh wait, why did I do that? So spaces and then a letter and then the spaces. So these spaces up front are called leading white spaces, and these are called trailing white spaces. We're going to be checking for that as well. Like I said, we can have a name where it's just spaces, and we want to get rid of all those spaces. Okay. So, and str dot trim is gonna get rid of those leading and trailing spaces. Dot length, we're gonna get the length of the string now. When they trim it, so we got the string. When they trim the string, we're gonna get the length of the string, and it has to be greater than 0. If it's 0, then that means that it does not have any characters whatsoever inside of it. But if it's greater than 0, means it actually has an actual valid character. Now you could do this as much as you want. You could actually make this the name has to be 8 characters. I don't know, but why am I gonna do that? Why be so harsh to people? Now we're gonna export it. So module dot exports. We're gonna set that to is real string. Alright, backend server, we're gonna have to call that. So just below this one, we're gonna call it out. So const destructuring is real string. We're going to equal that to require dot / utils / is real string, and we're going to call that down here. So we're going to check for it. So if it's not is real string, if it's not a real string, we're going to be passing in the params. And remember, there are two parameters, the name and the room. All right. So we're going to be checking for rams.name. If that's not a real string, or let me just copy this, paste that, params.room. I think that's what it's called, rooms. Let me just, yeah, just room, not rooms, just room. So if params.name is not a real string or params.room is not a real string, we're gonna just give it a callback of, we're gonna call back a string saying that name and room are required, just like that. And below, if nothing, we're gonna just send back an empty callback. And we do gotta make a little correction in the front end. Right here, we don't want to, the alert is going to be the callback that we got from the error. So we're going to just literally do the alert. We're going to alert the error we got back from the server side. All right, awesome. Let me refresh this. Let me actually go back and refresh. Oops, let me refresh this. Okay, so if I join with an empty form, I should get, oh wait, let me hold on. So params before initializing, okay. Oh, rams, just like that. That's why I was getting errors. That's why. So let me go back and refresh it one more time. We join. Oh, hold on. Let me try to fix this and tell you what's going on. And we did it right here as well in chat.js. I misspelled it. Params. Control save now. Now we should be getting something. Going back. Join. Oh my goodness, this params is in chat.js. Let me see where it's at. Params. That's why. Okay, hold on. So I do know the problem. Okay, we set params equal to and we're initializing it here. We can't do that obviously because it doesn't even know what params is. So I'm just see I'm right here. I'm gonna put search query, and we're gonna set that equal to window dot location dot search. This is where we get our query from. Now in the bottom, we're gonna actually make another one, and we're gonna call this params. It was funny. That was a. And now we're gonna actually get our and we're gonna replace this one. Copy, paste it. Our search query. Save that. Now let's go back and see what's happening. Refresh it. Join, and we still get an error. Is not defined. Params is not defined. Where? I misspelled. Dude, I am misspelling off the control save. Okay, I swear to you guys, I can't. Okay, there we go. Name and room required. Okay, we get sent back. Okay, okay, great. Okay, now we can test it. Whew. So we get display name and our room name. If we try to enter, we get our message box and saying that name and room are required. Obviously, a modal should be in there, but for simplicity's sake, I just put an alert. Now we do like spaces, or not S's, spaces, and then do something down here. We should still get, yeah, something wrong because our name is wrong. So let me actually put something in, a valid one, Mike and node, and we're still grabbing it. We're still getting errors. Wow. All right, another error, guys. Let me get back to you. All right, guys. Don't forget the substring one, because if you don't have that, remember that question mark, and that's gonna screw up with the object. Remember, because it's searching for name, params.name. We pass in params.name, and it's gonna give us question mark name colon equals whatever. We want to get rid of that. That's why we put the substring one. Anyways, now if you pass in a legit, it'll work. All right. So sorry, guys. So sorry. And as always, we're going to be creating a validation for this. Even though it's so simple, guys, and we know it works. But I want, like I said before, I do want you to get in the habit of actually doing this. So I'm going to put validation .test.js. And in here, we're going to do const expect, and feel free to skip this if you want to, because I mean it's pretty. We're gonna do the expect module, and we're gonna have to get our function. So const is real string. We're gonna set that equal to current, and then it's called is real string. And don't forget to require this. I don't know why I keep on forgetting the simplest things. Require. And all right, so we're gonna describe it. Set the describe block first of all. Dude. All right, description is real string, obviously. No function. It's not going to be an async, or not yet, nothing. So it should. We're going to be testing three things. Should reject. Wait, did I have that right? Yeah, no, it's like that. Non string values. Okay. I'm gonna just copy this, paste it, and paste it one more time. And the second one should reject string with only spaces. With only spaces. And then the last one should allow string with non-space characters. I'm gonna put chars. Okay. So up here we do need to create a variable. So let res equal is real string, and we're gonna just pass it in 98, which is a number. 65, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna expect res dot to be false, just like that. All right, I'm gonna copy this. It's gonna be exactly the same thing down here and down here, but instead of this, we're gonna pass in just spaces in here, with just spaces. It doesn't matter how long. And right here, it's gonna be valid. So I'm gonna just add some spaces and put WDJ and some more spaces. Now this is still valid because it's gonna trim this and this, so this should be true. Control save, and let's test out our npm test. And we get, it should what? Oh, it's a function, yeah. Like I said, I am forgetting a lot of these things. Copy, paste, paste, save it. Let's try it again. And we get it. Oh, 3 pending. Yeah, I'm messing up, guys. So get rid of this. You shouldn't have that, and it should be down here, like this. So the reason why it said pending, and I was wondering why is it pending? So I do have another a test case for it. So I'm gonna show you another cool thing, I guess, since we're already on the subject for pending. So I'm gonna do it another, and this is, you don't have to do this one. I'm gonna just write something down right here, like just like so, just like this, and I'm gonna save it. Now we test it. So we get 5 passing, but this is pending. The reason why is because we didn't provide a an actual testing unit right here, like this, like we do right here. We just called it, and basically when it says pending, we're telling whoever's testing that, we're telling them that someone should create a test unit for this one. That's why it says pending. But and the reason why I was pending up here is because we did end it there. We did add a parentheses right there, just like so. If I save this, it's gonna say, oh, I get a oh yeah. If I just ended it like this without this semicolon right here, it'll basically say pending. That's why we got 3 pending instead of 1. So let me just get rid of this right now. But there you go, guys. We do have testing. Now we're gonna be creating our room. So right now, anybody can still join. Anybody could join this room. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, anybody from any other room is going to get the messages from this room, because we haven't isolated this room yet. I mean, we got the information and we're listening to the event, but we haven't isolated to the point where anybody in this room is going to only get chats from this room and nowhere else. We're going to do that right now. Going back into, let me get rid of this, our messages, server. Going back into server, this is where we're going to isolate that room. So to join a room is fairly simple. I'm sorry about that. It's fairly simple, guys. You're literally going to, inside of join, when we listen to a join function or the emit listener join, we're going to actually just call the method join. So socket.join is literally going to bring you, and join takes in a name, a string, which is the name of the room that you want to join. And we have that with params right here. I'm just copy this dot room. It's actually room, not the name. And just get rid of this. So you're done. You just joined the room. Now anybody in that room is going to be, anybody in any room is going to join that specific room. So if you want to join room A, it'll go to room A only. If you wanted to join room B, it'll go to room B only. Now, the thing we have right now so far is our new message, which is up here, right? Or right here. Our new message and when we emit it, we want to emit only to the join room. So we don't want it to where a user from group A or room A and room B, we don't want them to connect somehow. So if room A only has room A chats and room B only has room B chats. Right now, this is admitting to everybody. So we could actually move these down here. So I'm gonna just copy this. Move it down here like this. But we still have a problem. So this admit right here is fine. This is just for you yourself. So once you join a room, it's going to tell you, hey, welcome to the chat app or whatever. We could actually put the room name right here if you wanted to. And we can do that. Well, let's do it right now.